Ladies and gents, welcome back. Now, you might pick up on the excitement in my voice. The reason being we had an absolutely brilliant trading session tonight. Again, only around about 2 hours, 2 hours sitting at the computer, but the 2 hours actually proved to be absolutely brilliant. Now, a quick congratulations to all those that went to the webinar last Monday night. I've just received a report back through from the company headquarters, the people that taught me how to trade, that there were quite a few people, in fact around about 60 people that decided to go to the webinar. The vast majority, I've got to say, were actually from overseas. So congratulations to those from Singapore and Hong Kong and New Zealand as well. We had about 15 Aussies. It's amazing how quick people overseas are to find us on the internet. So we've got to obviously do some more work in Australia, trying to help as many Aussies as we can get away from this apparent financial doom and gloom that's going on. I tell you, index trading is brilliant. It's so simple. It's 2 hours per day. All I'm doing here is doing exactly what I've been taught to do. Exactly what I've been taught to do. And in fact, if I want to, I can actually plug into a live trading room and have signals like these ones called for me live 21 hours per day. That's where I actually learned to trade. So for those that are thinking about day trading or thinking about, geez, I'd like a job or I'd like a business other than what I currently do, let me tell you, this is brilliant. And when we talk about trading tonight, you'll understand why this is in fact so simple. Now let's talk about it. We started the session with a standard buy signal. Really good little start to the session. You'll note that we only go for 2 points on standard signals. Now, you'll note over the last couple of weeks, and in fact last couple of days as well, if the index runs higher than the profit target, then fantastic, we'll let it run. If not, if it looks like it's struggling just here, looks like it's struggling to go any higher, and our M1 is incredibly fatigued, just like I've spoken to on the last 2 nights worth of signals, then don't be afraid to take some profit off the table. As it turns out, profit target set at 2 points and it paid quite nicely. Now, we went sideways for a while here, around about 25 minutes before we actually got a big picture sell signal to go the other way. One of the beauties of trading indexes is that we trade in both directions. We have no loyalty to market direction, which means if tomorrow is a bad day in the markets, fantastic for us. If it's a good day, also fantastic. It makes no difference to us. I think it's almost the most beautiful recession-proof business I've ever come across. As it turns out, got in the big picture sell. Now, you do know that I do not get out of big picture sell signals or big picture buy signals until I get a signal to go the other way. Now, as it turns out, our normal profit target, there it is at 3 points. So great, okay, but you can see the index went a lot further. Now you'll note also that I've put this purple trend line in, showing us that we are now in a downtrend. Therefore, if we get anything bouncing against us the other way, any buy signal, it will be a first against the trend, which we do not take. As it turns out, we got none of those. We got a continuation sell signal. Normal target, as you know, is 2 points. As it turns out, we were now waiting to get some positive buyers back into the market before we switched. Now, as you can see, both of these profits ran on quite nicely. To show you why we actually got out of what we did, I'm going to jump into the next half of this screen. Now, as I scroll across here to the end of the session, you'll note that we did run both of these down until, again, ladies and gents, the M1 was fully fatigued. Now, you'll note that I'm really starting to focus in on this because it seems to be really paying big dividends for us. As it turns out, that we got down here, M1 was fully fatigued. We had both of our M1 and M2 indicators point up, give us a green candle that says, you know what, we're beyond both of our standard profit targets, why don't we jump out now, which is exactly what we did. Now you'll note with interest it did tinker up for a bit to come back down to our where we got out again, and then started to climb against us. I think the key point we're really starting to raise now is that the M1 and the M2 that shouldn't be an at, I'm sorry, it should be a 2. If we've gone well beyond our profit targets and we've got our basically M1 indicator telling us it's not going to go any further, the sellers have had the biggest rundown they possibly can, and it's been fatigued twice. Why not take your profit? Sure, you could leave your profit on the table, but at this point in time, as we look at that, it's 7.5 points. So 7.5 points at 5% per point is actually a really, really nice profit margin. In fact, it's over 35% return. People ask me, Lockie, why do you become a day trader? Why do you do what you do? I don't know many people, ladies and gents, that regularly on a daily basis get 10, 20, 30% return. I know the banks are offering 5% per annum. We're talking about 5% per point. And in fact, recently on the web, a number of people have been putting some fantastic comments onto the videos saying, wow, I did not know this was possible. Ladies and gents, a lot of people don't. A lot of people don't know this is possible because they've never been shown. It's the number one reason why we have developed this web presence and developed an understanding about what we do, is that we want normal everyday Australian people to start taking advantage of the financial markets. Big banks have been doing this for years. It's, in fact, what we do is nothing new. We've just found a really, really smart way of doing it. So yeah. Quite often I say, over to you. If you want to find out more about the people that taught me to trade, then just go to a webinar. They really are very, very simple, easy to get to. Jump on the website, come and press this little button here, right where my arrow is, and register. They are free. So to me, you've got nothing to lose, and all you have to gain is a massive knowledge about the index markets and how we trade in both directions. Thanks again, ladies and gents. As I said, tonight was Wednesday the 18th of March, and the month is cruising really nicely. Bye for now.